Allez, in order to understand better this course, I will do it in English. Maybe some of you are beginners and you would like to know more about the FIDE exam, and I guess it would be easier for you if we do it in English. For those who wanted this in French, I will increment some French word into the presentation, but it's mostly going to be in English. Okay, so first, let's start. So this course is not for everybody. It's not for my regular students who learn from A0 to B1 with my courses to learn general French. This course is really FIDE exam, so specific to prepare the FIDE exam. So we are going to see a detailed presentation of the exam for the speaking part, the listening, the comprehension, the reading comprehension, and the writing part. Then we will focus a little bit more on the speaking part, where we'll give you examples and tips how to do it well. Let's start straight away with the exam, l'examen FIDE. Qu'est-ce que c'est? What is it? Alors, l'examen FIDE, it's the Swiss program for the promotion of the linguistic integration in the country. Okay, so maybe you need a permis C or permis B, or you want to live in Switzerland. The authorities will require you to have a certain level of French to be able to get this permis or the naturalisation, for instance. Okay, so in France we have the DELF. DELF B1 would be enough to do the naturalisation, but in Switzerland is the FIDE. It's a very specific exam. L'examen FIDE permet l'évaluation des compétences linguistiques. We'll be able to evaluate your skills pour les personnes qui ne parlent pas la langue officielle du pays. Alors, l'examen FIDE, il met l'accent sur le quotidien, on daily life. It's really based on daily life topics and situations that you could encounter. D'accord? So, in the exam, you will find this kind of topics. Exemple, prendre un rendez-vous chez le docteur. It's very practical. Parler de son quartier, de sa ville. Chercher un logement. Parler de son travail. Échanger des informations à la poste, à la banque. Prendre les transports, etc. So it's really practical topics that you need to learn and master in order to do the FIDE exam. D'accord? And this will range, obviously, from A0 to B1 maximum. Alors, les compétences orales et écrites sont vérifiées séparément. D'accord? So, written and speaking are verified separately. So, you have one part, that is the oral part, with the speaking, parler et comprendre, understanding. D'accord? Ça, c'est une partie. Et dans une deuxième partie, second part, you have the reading comprehension and the writing. Okay? You can do these two parts the same day, or you can do it one day and the other one another day. Okay? Donc, la partie la plus difficile en général, c'est partie 1. Parler et comprendre. Alors, parler, ça dure environ 20 minutes. It's about 20 minutes. Et comprendre, 20 minutes aussi. So this first part, oral part, is like 40 minutes in total. Et lire et écrire would be 1 hour. D'accord? Donc, je continue. Les niveaux, the levels. Le test FIDE couvre les niveaux A1 à B1. From A1, which is not beginner, but almost beginner level, to B1, which is intermediate level. Okay? So it will not cover a very advanced level of French, and not like for native French, for instance. A1 à B1. Les participants ne s'inscrivent pas pour un niveau spécifique. You don't sign up for a specific level, sorry. You take the exam and then they tell you, okay, you are A1, A2, or B1. It's during the exam that they determine, they tell you what is your level based on your skills and what you show. Okay? Donc, B1 maximum. You cannot have more than B1. Et à la fin de l'examen, at the end of this exam, 3 or 4 weeks later, you get the results. Les participants reçoivent leurs résultats. un passeport des langues where it is written your level, the level that you reached, hein, pour les parties orales et écrites. D'accord? Donc ça ressemble un peu à ça. Ok? Bon, il est possible de repasser l'examen complet ou séparément la partie orale ou la partie écrite, aussi souvent que désiré. Il faut simplement payer la taxe de participation. So, and that's why I'm saying pas de stress, no stress, because in this exam you can take it pretty much every month. So you have 4 weeks to wait for the result. So I guess you would wait for the result before taking it again if you didn't get it. Huh? But this is an exam that you can pass, you can take literally every 2 or every month. Okay? So no stress. Eventually you will get it. Because in French, for instance, if you sign up for the DELF, sometimes you don't have so many dates for the DELF. You can do it like twice a year. It's a bit more difficult. Here you can take it pretty much whenever you want. Vous pouvez passer l'examen 10 fois par an s'il le faut. Avec un peu de détermination, you will pass your exam. D'accord? Et if you manage to do the written part, if you validate the written part, then you don't have to do it again. You can only redo the speaking part, for instance. D'accord? Vous avez le prix ici. Complet, écrit, oral. Allez, I'm going a bit faster. Les niveaux. Donc, you have to see with l'immigration, le bureau de l'immigration, l'office, l'OCPM de l'immigration, which level is required for you. D'accord? Me, I don't really know this. You have to see. Usually, for naturalisation, is the maximum, which is B1 and A2 written. You don't even need B1. Okay? So most of my students, they would need this. Even for permis C, they would need a B1 speaking. D'accord? But some of our students sometimes just need A2. And there is a bit of a gap between A2 and B1. It's way easier to prepare A2. But it's easy still to get B1. Ça va? Bon, donc la description des niveaux, je vous laisse mettre pause and read the description of the level maybe. I'm going very fast. Here is A1, it's very basic. Like can communicate in an easy manner in a very personal environment that you know very well, like your domicile, your work, maybe at school, but speaking very slowly and understand people who speak very slowly. You can present yourself, you can present someone else in very simple words, and you can talk about very familiar topics a little bit. Okay, but it's very basic A1. A2, you can understand questions, communications, still in topics that you know well. For instance, school, work, health, etc. D'accord? You can communicate a little bit with easy sentences on topics that, again, you encounter very often. Okay? Donc, it's a little bit more elaborated. A2, you start to need to know a little bit of grammar, like the past tense, for instance. And B1, you start to be able to speak about topic a bit more wide, express a little bit your opinion as well, which is not that easy. And you have more vocab, a better syntax, you can make better phrases, and you have a better understanding overall as well. Bon, I'm not going in detail, you can pause and read if it's interesting for you. Maintenant, regardons l'examen. Let's have a look at the structure of the exam. Fideinfo.ch is the website is the official FIDE website where you can find the mock exam, for instance. So go there and download them to practice. Okay? Alors, l'ordre est toujours le même. The order of the exam is always the same. D'accord? On commence par les épreuves orales. D'abord la partie parlée, puis la partie comprendre. Et ensuite, on passe à la partie lire et écrire. Okay? So you start first with the speaking part, then the listening comprehension, and then the reading and writing. Reading and writing are a bit like intertwined. So you will do reading but also some writing pretty much at the same time. Okay? Ça marche? And the very first part, speaking, is the most important one. That's why you need to prepare for it, at least the A2, because it's the main part of the exam, really. And I will explain why.